everyone, I'm Zhena, founder of Magic Hour, and I'm also the tea blender, and I source all the tea tools. So today I'm going to go over a few of our frequently asked questions. So number one is the jar. Okay, the jar is violet glass from the Netherlands. It is brought over. These have been selling out a lot lately, so thank you for your patience on that. But everybody loves the jar, and it's with good reason. So when you get your jar, it should have a ribbon in the back, okay? And the ribbon is there so that the lid doesn't get stuck. But every once in a while, your lid is going to get stuck, and there's some reasons for that. So when you open up the jar, say you don't use the ribbon anymore. If you go like that, or if you push it down, you're going to get stuck because there's essential oils and spices in the teas, which can sometimes act as a glue. So you always want to keep your ribbon, and you want to make sure you put it back. We don't really do this at home anymore because, everybody knows not to push them down. But if you push this down, it's going to get stuck. So basically, if it gets stuck, there, I pushed it down. Okay, so it's already airtight. So if it gets stuck, basically you flip it upside down and you go like this. And then it'll pop out. You never want to twist it. It's like glass on glass. It's like fingers on chalkboard. You don't want to go like that. It's terrible. You want to if it's stuck, you want to basically go. So the hand motion is this, right? It's chuk, 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 and then it'll go chuk, like that. Another way to do it is to stick it in the freezer, then do that. So that's how to manage if it gets stuck. Now, what are these? These are the 6 ounce. They're basically, depending on how fluffy the tea is, because it's done by volume, by weight, not volume, but this is the refill pouch. So some of you will just order the pouch, and then if you decide later you want to order the jar, you basically use this to refill your jar. And sometimes you can refill your jar twice with one of these, and you just use it to refill your jar. Basically, it's got a little zipper. You pull the zipper, you open it up, and then you can use it to refill your jar. So these are fabulous. They keep the tea fresh as long as you keep the zipper closed, okay? So then these are the samplers. So these are usually 15 grams to 30 grams, which is a half an ounce to an ounce, depending on how fluffy it is. And the labels will tell you often, what temperature to steep it at and for how long, and the type of tea. And so these are the 1 ounce samples. And so if you're not sure you're gonna like a tea, I always recommend you order one of these first, and then allow yourself to taste it and see if you fall in love. Then you can either order one of these, and if you really love it and want to make it a permanent fixture in your kitchen, you can order one of these. Okay, so this is the traveler jar. This holds an ounce of matcha, and this also, and an ounce of matcha, this is like 30 servings. So this is actually a substantial amount of matcha, but it'll hold about an ounce of any of our teas. And so what I do with this is I basically take this with me, I throw it in my purse, and I will have great tea on the go. So this is the traveler jar. So a lot of you guys have asked if this is the same kind of glass. It's the same glass. It's the violet glass from the Netherlands. Keeps your tea fresh for infinity. Okay, this is the Midas Touch strainer. Okay, so the Midas Touch strainer has this little tray. And it also has these, right? Okay, I'm not shaking. So basically, when you go to steep, you basically put a teaspoon of tea into this, and you can put it either on a cup or you can put it in a teapot. Okay, so you can either put it in a teapot like that, or you can put it in a cup. There you go. So after you put your tea in it, you can do this so that it can steep, and the steam will infuse the tea so that you get more of the essential oils. Then when you're done, you basically take this little thing, and it acts as a tray, and you basically place it down like that. And then you can throw the tea leaves in the yard, and your yard will love you. So that's basically the Midas Touch strainer, and I love this strainer. It's stainless steel with a brass electroplate. So, and then you can do that. Sometimes I do that, and I throw that in my purse, and then you're basically set for life. Okay, well, for tea life. All right, so this is the simple steep. Okay, so this is our most simple strainer, and it's very strong. And what you want to do with this is you don't want to use the most fluffy teas. So if you're using Child's Pose or you're using Mantra Mint, it's going to expand in here too much because those are like super fluffy teas. So what you want to use this for are the black teas, like the Raspberry Earl Grey, the Bohemian Breakfast, even the Almond Matcha is good. It's better for a more dense tea because you basically then just fill it up on this side and you close it and you put it in your cup and pour the water over it, and then it'll have room for the tea to expand. So this is the simple steep, and these are great to travel with and great to have. Then we have two different kinds of bombilla. This is what I call the tea straw. These were traditionally used with yerba mate in Argentina. And so basically we have a new rose gold one, which is super pretty. And then this basically, you can put tea in here loose and just drink it. So you can have Child's Pose, you can have Mantra Mint, you can have Raspberry Earl, you can have anything you want just floating around in your cup. And this acts as a strainer. So that's how that works, okay? Pretty lovely. We love these. I use these to stir, as a straw, as a strainer, everything. So then this is the leaf strainer, okay? So what you do with this is you put it on top of your cup. And so if you have loose tea just in your teapot where you put a teaspoon of loose tea, you have hot water and it's all loose in there, you can steep it in this and then you pour it over this. And you have to do it slowly. It's very Zen. It's a very mindfulness thing because the holes in this are small. And these are laser cut and they're beautiful. They're made out of brass. And then basically you pour over, and it's very meditative because it'll catch the leaves, and then you basically take this and you can wipe it off, throw your leaves in the yard, and the yard will love you. Even houseplants will love you. So basically that's how that works. And let's see, other frequently asked questions. Okay, so how does this is a tea strainer, teapot that we have on our site, and this is the 12-ounce one. And basically, you put 1 or 2 teaspoons of tea in this. You pour the water in, and the strainer is built in. So this is great, and then you just pour right into your cup. So the strainer is already built in. So this is a very simple teapot, which I really like. We have this in 12-ounce and 24-ounce. So these are fantastic. Then we have the simple, this is the tea in hand, okay? This is my favorite personal teapot because it's very much like a ceremony. So the filter is built in, or not built in, but it's already in there when you get it. This is the tea in hand. You put a heaping teaspoon of tea in here. Then you pour the water in it. And then basically when it's steeped, you can use it to pour off. Many of you ask what I mean when I say you can steep it 3 or 4 times. And basically that means that the tea leaves, I will steep tea more gongfucha style, which is a type of tea ceremony style where I'll use a little more tea leaves and I'll steep them over and over again over short periods of time. So basically I will steep my tea 3 or 4 times in this by just refilling it with hot water and drinking it. And as the tea changes, then it's basically lovely because you get to taste the nuances as the leaves unfurl. And so this is the tea in hand strainer and teapot. And this is a lovely personal teapot, and it's lovely for tea ceremony. So there you go. So that's our frequently asked questions, and I hope it helps. All right, lots of love. And just as a reminder, tea is your time to connect with your soul, to connect with those you love, and to connect with your body. And it's a gift from God. It's a gift from the universe. It's a gift from Mother Earth to help your health and happiness. So remember that connecting with tea is connecting to all that is good and right and divine in the world. May it serve you. Happy sipping.